Good afternoon. Nope, still morning. Good morning, Doak cooks. We're not doing anything exciting today. All we're doing is some basic maintenance. What is basic maintenance? Well, basic maintenance is when we have a felt tip, a sharp blade, and a stack o' meat. Because what we need to do is we need to start breaking down what we're buying at the store for what we're going to be preparing for the rest of the week. Because food prices have gone insanely crazy. I mentioned this on my last video, or one of my last videos, but let's just look at this real quick. This, if you don't know what this is ground beef. This is the most disgusting cost of ground beef per pound that you can get today, right now, in the middle of the country in the United States. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so we're gonna process some stuff. So let's just kind of get to it. One of the benefits of having a basement is when stuff like this happens, you can go to your basement and you can go shopping. If you were smart enough to get stuff and keep it in your basement and store it. If you've got the room, and we've got the room, I just need one extra. So now I got 3. Okay, so I got 3 ZipLock bags. 3 ZipLock bags, a Sharpie, and some sausages, and some chicken, some ground beef. What are we doing? Well, we're gonna separate the sausage into individual pieces. We're gonna chop down the wings, and then the ground beef, we're just gonna stick it into a Ziploc bag because that's not terribly freezer safe because that's going in the freezer. And that's what we're doing. So it's gonna be kind of boring, but a whole lot of process. Let's get to it. All right, I've already made a mess because I already started before I started filming. Sorry. But here we are. All right, so I've got 3 Ziploc bags because what do I have? Today is the 2nd. Always mark your date. And then this one is chicken, sausage. This one is chicken wings. And that one is ground beef. Okay. You can't even read that says ground beef. Really? My handwriting is so awful. If I'm hit by a bus, they're gonna go, oh good, we've got blah, 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 beef. So yeah, ground. Okay, so that's done. All right, let's get back to the choppy. So why would you wrap up, why would you take ground beef out of the wrapping and put it into a Ziploc bag? Why would you do that? That just seems like extra work and wasteful. Well, have you ever gone to the grocery store and been in the produce department and seen one of these? Do you know what that is? That is a banana. That might be one of God's most perfect creations, because what does a banana have out the gate? It has its own packaging. Have you ever seen a banana have its packaging removed and then wrapped in cellophane? Have you ever seen it at the grocery store? That is a level of crazy I can't get behind. This does not freeze well. If you stick this in the freezer like this, you'll get freezer burn. It will not survive very long. It'll taste terrible when you heat up again. So we take this and stick it into one of these specially designed for a freezer and stick it inside our freezer. So that is why we rewrap our ground beef. We do not rewrap our bananas. Thank you, grocery store people. All right, let's put this away. And that's that. So what do? You try to get as much air as you can out of your Ziploc bag. I have put straws in here and sucked out all of the air and then sealed it up as best I can. You also need to keep in mind considerations for when you stack these in your freezer. So I make them super flat like this so I can stack them. Additionally, when this is frozen, it is now a frozen brick. I have in times past scored the middle and top down like a big old T, so that when this freezes, I can break off a quarter so that I'm not having to break off, because once you freeze a giant glob of meat like this, you are using a frozen giant glob of meat. So just keep that in mind. All right, this goes in the freezer. Let's move over to the sausage. That's fun. So chicken sausage is fun. Chicken sausage, particularly Schmecka's chicken sausage, their Italian chicken sausage, though they're Italian, is just yummy. I mean, it is delicious. I like chicken sausage better than I like turkey sausage. I like the consistency. I like the texture a bit better. These, and the way that Schmecka's does theirs, their casing is wonderful. And let's be very, very clear here. If I was given 100% autonomy to pick these sausages, they would always, forever, 100% always be pork. That's what I like. This was an ask. This was a request. It was a request if we could, because we have a few box dinners in our pantry. It was requested if we could reduce our saturated fat a little bit and go chicken. And again, these taste delicious. But what I'll have to do is when I prepare these, because they're chicken and not pork, I treat it a different process. I cook them differently. So pork, I will dice up raw and add in ways. These, I will pre-cook from a consistency perspective, a texture perspective. So I'll pre-cook all these guys, and then we will dice them up and put them in. I bust these up into 2 individual ZipLock groups because I like 3 at a time. 6 is no fun. So, and again, since I'm freezing them this way, like this, that is now 3 links of sausage that are 100% trapped. So if I froze those 3 and I wanted to just thaw 1, good luck. That's a nightmare to do. Now, yes, I could separate each of these individually, but chicken sausage, well, those just popped off. Chicken sausage, even in their casing, can be a little finicky. Chicken sausage can bust out on you. And I'm trying to be very, very gentle. Chicken sausage is very unforgiving in my experience. I have a lot better experience with pork sausage in retaining its shape when I'm cooking them. So, all right, chicken fingers. Let me go clean these and then we'll come back. And that's that. 2 packs of chicken sausage go straight in the freezer. All right, there we go. Last but not least. So everybody's got a day. Everybody's got a day they go to the grocery store. I'm sorry. For those people that shop and hunt for food deals, everybody's got a day they go to the grocery store, a day they swear by the deals, whether it's the Friday before a weekend or a Thursday before a Friday, or, midweek is always whatever. I, personally, am a fan of going to the grocery store to get my meat deals on Mondays, which is today. This is leftover stuff from last week, but my day of choice is today. It's Monday, but I'm not anyway. So, wings. What are we gonna do? We're gonna cut off all the tips. We're gonna chop them in half, and we're gonna convert 5 clusters into 10. All right, so we're gonna do some magic. Let's take off the wing tips like that. Magic, like that, boom, wing tips. My dog is going bonkers. My dog wants me to clean these off so I can give them to her because she is going crazy. So let's get those cleaned up and then we'll cut those down. Okay, you may hear her in the background chomping down on those bones. I can hear her. So if I can hear her, you might be able to hear her. Anyway, yes, I washed off and rinsed off all of the spices, don't worry. I'm not a monster that you know of, that I'll admit to. But no, I'm not going to feed my dog a bunch of spices. That's just dumb. That just hurts me. That hurts my carpet. It hurts my floors. I don't want my dog thrown up, and I don't want to hurt my dog. So, once again, if you are going to feed your dog a raw chicken, feed him raw chicken. That's fine. Just rinse it off. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like I said, 10 wings. Okay, I can't touch the Ziploc bag or touch all these. So I have to go rinse my, yuck, gross. I have to rinse my hands and then we'll come back to do that. All right, 1 second. Ooh, how are those? Did those taste good? Ooh, you're welcome. Well, I can be taught. Clean hands. That says chicken sausage. I used the wrong Ziploc bag. I used the wrong Ziploc bag. I'll have to correct that. These are chicken wings. Chicken wings, not chicken sausage. Oops. All right, well, let me go fix that one. Okay, I can be taught. I don't have to touch all the things with my hands, which is wonderful. All right, and so what are we doing with all this stuff? Well, like I said, we go to the grocery store when we need stuff, particularly when I have ingredients that I need. I will skulk and stalk the meat counter. I will talk to our butcher and ask him for the best deals that he or they have. And oftentimes he does comply. He hooks me up. So thank you so much, Meat Counter at McKeever's in Missouri. So Kansas City, we are very, very pleased. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's that. So what are we doing with all this stuff? I don't know. We'll throw some stuff on the grill. It is summertime, but here we are. All right. So that's it for today, everybody. I'm not really preparing anything. This was all just prep. So that goes in the freezer. Actually, hold on a second. Yeah, those aren't chicken wings. Okay. But that is sausage. There we go. Chicken sausage. All right, we're all good. All right. Hope everyone's having a great, well, it is Monday. I hope everyone's having a great week thus far. I will be making more stuff as the week progresses, and I will hang out with you guys later. All right, Doak Cooks. See you guys later this week.
I got a broken fish.